playing. So that's an interesting pick. The rest of them seem relatively normal.
Relatively normal.
Relatively, yeah. Well, how many things are completely normal in Valorant?
Well, yeah, no, that's a good point. This should, in theory, be a really good map for BDS. Historically, they've really enjoyed playing it. This was their map pick. We did mention, of course, that Breeze and Split got banned. It was BDS who banned Breeze. Finest banned Split, BDS picked Bind, Finest picked Icebox, and our decider will be Haven should we require going there. Now, the only time that BDS have played this in the last couple of days was against Rick's GG, funnily enough, and that was a 13-8 win to BDS. So it's one of their more comfortable maps, and we'll have to see if they can continue doing it here against Finest.
I'm going to start off on the attacking side. BDS looking for opening picks as you do. Quite a normal opening, and they're taking their time getting forward here. You want to feel out your opponents. Out comes that fault line. Attackers is going to take control. That 10k is stuck in the back there. Oh, he's going to be hit down by that. Has to jump up next to the turret, but Logan is taken down alive. In the meantime, Attackers is finding two. Pushes through, gets 10k and punked. Resident the saving grace with one pick over towards A, but the rest of the BDS team, they are fully pushed up onto B, and they can plant down this spike now, Geo.
Yep, no issues there. It'll be Finest to kind of come in from behind to see if they can get a couple of picks. There's one from Foxy. At this point, I don't know what their likelihood of doing a retake is. It's a 2 versus 3, so it could certainly happen, but with Foxy falling, I'm not sure those chances stand.
Yeah, it's just Resident alive now, full HP. The recon dart gets destroyed. It won't find him out exactly, but they know he's around that location now. He's taking shots onto Hoppy. He's taking shots onto Akuma. Finds one, and he's only down onto 10 HP now. He's going to push himself around the corner, trying to find Roden there through the wall. He's going to throw out the pain grenade, try and catch him out, but Roden finds it first. Oof.
It's a good opening round for BDS. They look very comfortable being able to attack in onto the B site. Sets a good precedent going forward, given that this was, of course, their map pick. And I suspect that, or at least judging by that round, although not that a pistol round is entirely indicative of how an entire game is going to go, but wasn't the most aggressive we could have had from Finest. I suspect that we'll start to see that a bit more once they pick up some weapons. They are sticking entirely with classics for this round.
Yeah, indeed they are. They push. Yeah, they're holding it back in the... Well, out comes the aftershock. They're trying to push through now, BDS, and they'll take advantage of all of that utility they just use. Hoppy is just going to spray down Punk through the smoke. 10k on the other side of it, and the crosshair flickers over him. There we go. Akuma with two. Akuma. He's going to shoot you. Coming around the corner, gets those 2 picks. Now he's got 14 HP, but the rest of his team, they're still alive, and they can bodyguard him probably. It's just 2 players left on the Finest side, Resident and Foxy. Resident looking to hold down Elbow. Foxy coming in from CT. They're taking their time. I think they just want to wait to try and retake this kind of... Not take exit frags, but just try and take them off guard here, BDS, after the spike is planted. Now, spike down. Resident turning around the corner. He's going to get picked out by Hoppy. It's just Foxy alive. They know he's here. Out comes the fault line. That's going to stun him up. Roden will finish it off.
Flawless round from BDS. It's a nice one, but entirely unsurprising when you consider the fact that Finest didn't bring anything with them. It was a classic round for them. Hey, classic.
Hey.
But this time they can actually buy up. And this is the sort of round that I postulate that is going to be a lot scarier for BDS, especially if Finest lean into the aggression that we have heard about very much. Live, particularly.
Live is a monster on the operator, also pretty self-sufficient on the rifles as well. Picking up there, I couldn't find the right word, but he's gonna take an aggressive angle. This is an angle he likes very much on B long, where he just holds this down and waits for them to push him. But it's a nice one. It gives you a lot of vision of that area, and as he's jet, he can get all the way back around without too much commitment. Now, Hobby's gonna use that fault line over towards Hookah. Nobody's there. Akuma now looking around the corner onto Alive. They're just playing very slowly onto each other. He sees the leg of Akuma. There's at least one there. Oh, he sprays down Roden, but no kill either way. Both players knocked down to very low HP. They're going to back up. Slows down once again, but now they're now BDS. They want to come for that push. get in there. Start moving back those finest players as attackers. Looks for the paint grenade. Nope. Oh, he's just waiting. Very slow round this, Geo.
Yeah, I mean, BDS are taking it very carefully. They want to go in for this two-pronged approach, but they want to be sure everything in front of them is perfectly set up for it.
There's Alive with the first pick and Resident one with the, oh, finest. I mean, they're just finding picks left and right. Hoppy, he'll try and take something back on 10k there, but Alive, he'll finish it off.
Really, there wasn't anything to suggest to Team Finest that BDS were going to be anywhere other than where they were, you know? They knew that they were making work to come up B long. They invested the shock dart, they invested the smokes as well to ensure that those areas were cleared out so they could be taken by the attackers as they got ready to do the attack. But in that time, if you're a defender, you're just going to be like, yeah, well, we know where you are. We'll sit here and wait for you to jump in. We've got guns. Like, we're going to shoot you down. So that's kind of exactly what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. They did have guns. They did shoot them down quite decisively as well. Here comes the Aldro. Right there. It's going to spot out Alive, the recon dart, but he can always use his dash to get back. He can go into the teleporter, and they know this. They're not going to try and contest that location too hard. Tackers is taking shots down onto Resident, and that's going to do a little bit of damage. She's got no armor left. Backing out now. And once again, BDS, they're gonna rotate round. Logan is posted up here. Oh my god, that crosshair over towards a short.
It's an egregious crosshair.
Jesus. The exact opposite of Rodens, it looks like. But the team is congregating now towards A short, and they are gonna send out that recon dart, put down some stars, make an attack happen. Through comes the fault line. Out. Oh, two revealed with that recon dart, but oh, Takasi throws himself into a corner where he's blinded, and Punked, he's there with 3. It's Punked, get Punked, and Foxy takes down Logan. It's all down now to Hoppy by himself. He has his dragon friend, but how much he's going to be able to do? Turning around the corner, he finds a headshot onto Foxy, looking for Resident now. Oh, but oh no, he turns around at the wrong time, gets headshot through the wall, looking for Alive, but Alive will finish it out from behind.
Punked showing us what he's made of. I was talking to Lothar about this last night because you guys got to cast Team Finest yesterday. You got to watch a load of their games, and Lothar in our little talent chat that we have has been really excitedly and enthusiastically talking about them. So I was messaging him about it, and he was like, yeah, I invented this term called get punked because punked is insane.
He
and I'm just like,
is.
okay, I'll see. I guess I'll find out for myself.
Yeah, that was a semi get punked moment, definitely. I know he can do better than that though, and I think he's probably going to keep trying to show us.
Punk us up.
You know, yeah, he's yeah, do that. Logan is going to find 10k, but it's not without casualty. Goes down to 30 HP. He's going to have to back out, but that's a pick at least. Resident, he takes a spray down onto Hoppy after taking out Tackers as well. The paint grenade to push out the BDS players, zone them through, and Foxy's going to take advantage of that. Not quite blinding Rodent, so Rodent's going to take that one down, but Resident is there with the 3rd. He's looking for his ace this round, but Alive, if he has anything to say about it, he's just going to get the recon on Rodent there. Knows they're pushing round. Logan, in the meantime, he's taken up position inside lamps here, or a U-Haul, if you're from the NA, but he's actually going all the way. Yeah. Oh, Alive, there he is, with the headshot, and oh, Logan, rocking a hard place, I think that was.
Well, I mean, Team Finest just read straight up into the way that BDS like to attack. They knew that they were going to set themselves up on B long, so they got aggressive on it rather than having a passive further back defense. You know, BDS then straight away went in for the teleport. There was so much defensive utility over at A, and the defenders knew that they were going there. So could set themselves up pretty easily. They've just read into BDS's preference pretty quickly. And I think this is where we're going to see if those issues that we noticed from BDS over the last couple of days persist. If BDS can adapt, if they have the answers to Finest reading into them, they should be okay. But if they can't, and if they don't, then we may end up with similar results to what they showed yesterday.
Indeed. Well, Rodent's looking to prove us wrong as he goes over towards A short, but he's used his shock darts now and nothing for it. Here comes the aftershock. Just going to try and find out Alive, and oh no, the spray! It hits one shot, but the rest of it is just off to the side. Hoppy, in the meantime, taking out Foxy there. I like the amount of names that end with a Y. It makes the team sound very cute.
I mean,
Foxy. Oh, the Rolling Thunder is caught out alive, and he's going to be taken down with the Blade Storm in hand. Now they can use this to push forward. They're taking their time, though. 10K is starting to put up smokes. The flash onto 10K. That's going to, well, I mean, straight in the face. How much more flash can you get? He turns around the corner, and he's going to get sprayed down by Roden and the rest of the team. Out comes the fault line, and that's perfectly onto Punked. Punked has actually taken one down just before he got stunned there, but the teleporter play is coming out from BDS now, and as well as the Cosmic Divide, they're going to get the plant.
Yeah, trying to prevent the last two defenders from being able to have any information as they come in from the defender spawn.
Spike planted.
You've got one of them going on a really long flank, but they've been able to get the spike down. They have plenty of time and opportunity.
Punked. He's on a flank. He's on a flank play. He's looking to punked the BDS side, but seemingly with his sixth sense knowing somebody is watching that flank now. Oh, he's got all the way around to Roden here, and the trigger of discipline, I don't think he needs it. Oh no, poor Roden. Oh no, no, Punked. No, Punked! Oh god, Punked! No! Oh, into the second! He's got 3 kills now. There's no time left to defuse, but he's really made his mark on the team. You know, he's just showing off at this point. Logan, he's going to come around and try and find Punked. Punked's already backed up, though. Ouch.
At
the
this point,
Punked effect.
It's about taking a message, sending a message. It took me a while to arrive at the right verb.
Sending, yes, there you go. Well,
it's about punking a message.
Yeah, punk is. Oh god, well, yeah, punk is now a verb, guys. There you go. To punk, to punked.
This is so interesting to me that Finest have decided now is the time to take their tactical timeout. Even though they're not on a loss, they're not doing badly. You know, it's like our standards are so high that as soon as BDS meet the scoreline we're at, that's when we have to do it. And, you know, I think part of it is also BDS, they're now at a point they can buy up, they've got the same guns, so they're kind of on even standing from that perspective. And even when you look at the amount of money that's in pocket, there isn't a horrendous difference between the two. There is still a bit more money on the side of Finest, but, you know, maybe they're looking at this and they're saying, right, what do we expect them to do? You know? How are we going to ensure that we can bounce off of this and get the momentum from it? Because I wouldn't say they've been struggling thus far. And this is not the most usual time for a team in this position to be taking attack timeout. So there must be something very specific.
Yeah, I think, well, you can see the pings have gone down on the map over there. A couple over towards A, one towards U-Halls there, and one just outside of short. So maybe they're having a think about exactly how they should play this one. You can see there's a nano swarm that's just gone down. Yeah, 2 nano swarms. That's what that was for. And I'm not sure what this is. It's difficult to play, you know, proactively on defense, right? You have to kind of wait for the other team to do something before you can then, you know, come up with a counter strategy. So it's interesting that they're thinking of a strategy on defense that they want to employ, but BDS, they're not going towards A, they're going towards B. Use that boom bot, use that paint grenade to clear out the areas. They know now that it's free real estate. It's free real estate as they push through now. Alive, he's on Overwatch with the operator. He's heading towards long now instead of taking that hookah position. Roden, he's going to turn around the corner. He hits one. Oh, and out comes a showstopper in from behind. That's massive. Only finds one, but oh, and alive he comes in with a shorty. No, Hobby will spray him down through the smoke. Find his second as well, and they've gotten through onto site now. 2 players left on the Finest side. It's Punked and Resident. If anybody can do it with those ARs, they can. Oh, but no, Punked is going to get punked himself, and Roden will finish off Resident there.
That was a really nice round from BDS. They read into that so well. They knew how Finest were going to move forward and of course had the proof of it from the owl drone. Even though they only tagged out one of the players and didn't necessarily know there were 3 of them, if you know that they're playing aggressively on the defense, you send in your showstopper from behind. It's well coordinated and a nice testament to the fact that this team have been together for a really long time. You know, they were back on Opportunist, they were back on Defuse team, they got picked up as a squad by BDS. They played together all the way back in Stage 1 Challenger 3. They've been around together for a really long time, and you can tell in a number of their plays.
Finest now with their they are the French Crusaders indeed. Now, yeah, Finest, this is one of their plays that they like to employ while they're on a eco round, is just pushing aggressively. This time it hasn't worked out for them. BDS are ready for it, and oh wow, here it is. Resident, he's gonna have to clean up all the pieces by himself. He finds one through the wall onto Hobby, but Logan will finish it out quite cleanly.
BDS just looks so much better than they did yesterday. You have to place some of it to the fact that this is their map. But still, doing pretty well. They brought up on an operator as well, so they'll be going up against Alive with that. And of course, if Finest don't win this round, then they're not gonna, they're not gonna be able to hold on to these same weapons. They're gonna have to wait a little bit, and it's gonna be back to ecos or half buys or whatever it may be, and that's gonna keep BDS in a much more advantaged spot that they'll be all the more happy to take advantage of.
Yeah, Roden tries to find Alive there and almost did, but well, that recon dart doesn't quite find out the position that Alive is in. It's blocking itself with the wall there. Roden, he's going to use the Al drone to find a little more info. It does hit Alive there, and out comes the Aftershock and the Hunter's Fury to pick up the dash. That's a brilliant play together. Oh, he dodges the last two, though, so he'll get out of the way with 70 HP. Get out of there, Punked. He's been hit by a stun, but he'll back up, and, I mean, Finest are getting out with their lives, but out comes now the lockdown, and they're going to try and push back against the BDS team, turn up the heat. BDS, in the meantime, Logan has pushed up through a short. Ooh, they take the teleporter, and now I think they're heading back towards A. They're playing it very slowly, yeah.
Now, a lot of this defensive positioning and utility is still over on the B site. And to be fair, BDS haven't really moved anywhere to suggest that's going to change, especially with Roden and now Takas getting some kills to open it up further. I don't see them getting away from the B site.
Yeah, they're going to get that spike down now because they've opened up avenues to take that through. I'm not sure. I think Finest might want to try saving this one. I think that's why we're seeing one player posted up just over towards A there, 10k. You can see him. He's just waiting for, well, I mean, exits over the other side of the map, maybe? I don't know. Resident, it's like a, I can't even think like Outlast. He's running away from everything. Oh no, the monster is coming from. There we go. He takes down Akuma, so he's going to get away now. So a nice save, and he gets a kill to pick up on the end. But just the recon dart to make sure nobody's pushing forward.
That's my impression. Yeah, I mean, Finest know that they're in a precarious position with regards to the money they have available. They just want to be saving those weapons. It's the only real option for them right now if they want to have some kind of a chance in the next round. It won't be much that's invested into for the rest of the team. Just looking at what they have, Alive is still a decent way off of the Blade Storm, so it's not like he can lean into that. They have a few ultimates, though. I mean, you could see a Showstopper coming out. Maybe use the Seekers to hunt down. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be used here, but they certainly have the options. I mean, actually, the Orbital Strike could be quite nice. We've seen some really good Orbital Strikes over the last few days. So.
Yeah, depending on where you position those. Yeah, exactly. Can be very nice. Now, Alive is going to get found out by the Boombot there. They now know he's holding just that Sheriff. Takas going to turn around the corner, but Alive is good for the headshot while he's stunned up. That's massive from him. It's going to keep them all back. The Aftershock to push him out of position, but he has the dash. He can get out of there. Now, I mean, the Molly is just trying to keep him from picking up that weapon, but if Hoppy backs up too much here, he could get all the way around. They're going to have to use that drone to make sure he's not getting too far forward. Now they've pushed him away from that weapon. He's not going to be picking it up, and he's actually revealed here, so going to have to back up well into sight before that shock dart takes him out. Now, oh, it's a brilliant stun. It'll take down two there. Only so Flash, but not actually any kills in 10k. He takes down Roden. Hoppy now picking up the operator. He's going to try and pick up the pieces, but not much he can do now. The fault line. Logan again taking up a pick over towards A, and Akuma, he's going to take the teleporter as the whole team rotates through the... Oh, the lockdown is going to actually make it difficult for Foxy to get through, and Logan is going to make it even more difficult with a clean headshot. Back to a 3v3. Finest coming in from behind. Two players from Link here, one from CT. We've got one player watching CT, so that fight will be coming down here. But Punked, he's quick with the operator shot coming down onto Hoppy. They're going to be able to push through two avenues here, and it looks like BDS are kind of being pincered. 10k. He's moving in from CT, and Alive, in the meantime, is making moves over towards site. Akuma, though, massive on the first shot. Makes it a 2v2. It's just 10k pushing around the corner now. Akuma finds one, and Logan will pick up the rest.
I was concerned for BDS at the end, but they pulled it through. I think once they, brought down one member of the defense, it made it easier to you know, single out the other two. But now Finest actually have some money. They didn't end up investing in any of the ultimates that they had. And I actually had questions about the way that BDS used their lockdown. Not because I thought it was bad, but I worried when it looked like the Finest were going to be able to take the round. I worried whether... Ooh, nice and early.
There
Live
well,
is...
welcome to the Finest games.
Not holding back. And it's good as well that they decided to go in through hookah rather than be long, because I think they know now that they've been read into too much.
Yeah. Welcome to the Finest games. That is what Alive loves to do at the start of a round, is just push through, get that first pick, and his aim is so snappy, he can find that immediately, and it gives him the opening pick here, so it's great from him because it actually gives him also his Blade Storm. Very nice. 2 birds, 1 stone. 2 birds with the 1 stone. And now, holding back to A, you see he likes to run back across the map and go for these other engagements where he's pushed away the team from 1, but Roden, he's there to stop that from happening, takes 1 pick onto Alive. Alive obviously not with the operator, it's going to be more difficult for him to find that shot. It's back to a 4v4. Still 3 ults in the hands of the Finest team, but Punk looks away before Akuma turns around the corner. Here comes the orbital strike to deny the plant. 10k, yep. That's going to push Akuma straight into 10k's barrel, and through the Finest players come. 10k, another pick onto Hoppy.
30 seconds left.
The Seekers are going to find out the rest of the players now. It's Logan turning around the corner, as well as Roden. The flash finds both of them, but Anissa playing it slow. The spike is down, and BDS have to push forward to get it. Resident is just holding down that position. I think somebody's coming from CT. No, not at all. But they pick up the spike, and they actually do go through the teleporter. They have enough time to plant. This is great from them.
Well, the defenders know, they heard, but look, there's not tons of time. They are going to get it down. Nice kill, really close range there from Roden. So it's just Logan on his own to try and protect.
Now, Foxy will be able to heal up 10k, but this guy is such a selfless character. He's going to be left on 1 HP himself. Now, the Wolf is going to stun up Logan. Yeah, unless he can find the shots. But Foxy, luckily with the trade, 1 HP clutch.
Honestly, I think that one thing that could have changed the tides of that round is if the attackers had sent someone in through showers. The fact that 10k had complete impunity over in showers, he didn't need to worry about a flank. He kept checking every now and then because he knew that there was the chance. He was being vigilant, but simply there was no threat coming in from there. So the position that he had from which he could take, what was it, 2 kills? That, off the back of the orbital strike, was huge for BDS. Or rather, was huge for Finest. It wasn't huge for BDS. BDS had a huge loss. And then, obviously, because of the teleporter, you know, the sound cue is there. It didn't take long for the defenders to get round. So that one change maybe could have altered the way that round went.
Alive commits the Blade Storm there because stuck in the gravity well. Obviously, your accuracy with the operator not great. So he's committed it to try and stave off any players that push through, but nobody pushes around the corner. So now he's stuck. He's stuck with his knives out. And, Roden, he'll find one onto Restant. They've already pushed through. The fault line actually clips there. Alive, but 10k, he's the bastion of A. He's holding down there. Logan, turning around the corner. Alive onto 1 and Alive onto 2 as well. He turns around the corner with the 4! Look at that! There it is! There's Alive!
And look at you saying he was stuck with the knives. No. BDS was stuck with him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a way to end the half.
That is that's the Alive effect. Look at that, taking it from, well, second fragger up to first fragger immediately of the whole lobby. Actually coming from, well, he would have been technically with his KD, he would have been 5th in the whole lobby. Now he's gone up to 1st.
Man. That was a good one. That was beautiful. That's the kind of thing that we like to see.
The
Team Finest, who took their attack time out so early. Having a bit of a comeback. 5-7 is really not a bad way to end the half either.
Yeah, not at all. Takes it from a 4-round difference to a 2-round difference. That cannot be understated how big that is. You know, obviously it's very obvious, but sometimes we do have to point out the obvious just to give it more emphasis. It's acting. But Finest now, they're on the attack, and you'd think this is Alive's bread and butter. I seem to see him getting more clips on defense though. He's a very good like he takes position as that entry fragger on attack, but I feel like he pops off more on defense. We'll see though. Might have just been the games I watched. He pushes through over onto Lamps here, and he's gonna try and make positional advantages for his team. In comes Roden. He's got that line up on that shock dart. Let's see if he can find that shot. No, Alive is gonna turn around the corner through his own smoke. Gets round into CT. BDS are starting to rotate. Look at this. They're coming through, and they're actually going to come up behind. Roden is holding it down. He takes 2 picks. The shock dart comes out. It'll do a little bit of damage to Foxy. Another one coming through, but... Oh, the shot! No, he can't find it. Roden taken down now, but... Oh, they're all stunned up. And Akuma, he's going to take down Alive. It's just Foxy left. Well, not just Foxy left, but... Oh, just Foxy left in heaven. He's taken down. It's just 10k now. Looking for that pick onto Logan. He'll find one, but Takis is there with the trade, and... Ouch.
That gravity well at the end didn't do Foxy any favors, but I think what did Team Finest fewer favors was the fact that they didn't thoroughly check Heaven. When they decided to all go down into the defender spawn, great, fine, you do you, but you know that there is a potential threat from the other side. You can't just give a quick flick and look over. You actually have to have someone who is on that flank watch, because what ended up happening was 2 of them got pulled down, then they're surrounded by defenders. Their entire strategy has fallen apart because they're all dead. And it from such a simple, small thing.
Yep. Well, name a more iconic duo Valorant players and pretending to check the corner. But now Finest, they're going to head up B long with a lot of force, but that fault line is going to hit everyone, and the aftershock after it, not going to gain any... Oh, Alive! Got stunned up so much by that shock dart, and another one there. That's 2 brilliant shock darts. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Finest side. And turning around the corner, here's the firing range for Roden and Hoppy and Akuma to just clean everything up.
I looked down at my notes, looked straight back up, and it was just blue in the kill feed.
The whole team's dead.
I was like, wait, hold on. Hold on, that wasn't a very long round, was it?
Wait a sec. There was a team there before.
Yeah, what's that all about? No, great for BDS. Really good for BDS. But now as we head into the 3rd round of this half, this is, of course, where you see that potential momentum shifter, because BDS naturally are going to be bonusing. Team Finest can actually sort of buy up. Foxy's drawn the short straw here, but that's fine. Everyone else, they're good.
Yep. They are good. Every player in this tournament is good. It's a participation award, you know. Love them.
I mean, it's not. You want to get you want to get into challenges.
You really do. These teams definitely do, and it's their last chance to, so they're really fighting for it, but the Finest, I mean, they've been, they saw the turret, and I think they actually, like, Alive kind of lost the fight against the turret. He did take a lot of damage, so he's backed out a little bit now, but, oh no, it was Resident, sorry, but they're gonna keep pushing now. Turret's out the way, so Boombot comes in. Out comes the Aldrone from BDS. Marks Foxy. Foxy's gonna run for the hills. Using it into the teleporter to see if anybody's coming out the other side. Finds the turret. It's a good scouting thing. It's nice to know where the turret is, especially with the changes to how long it takes.
Trailblazers also going to be adding on to the information. 10k taken down right at the same time.
Yeah, didn't land too many shots there either, so not much damage done. Alive. Oh, lovely. That vulnerability gave Alive no chance against the 1-tap from the Spectre on the other side. Oh no, Logan picks up a gun at the wrong time. Ponct is gonna take that one down. It's now 3v4. This is winnable for Finest, but they need to push in as soon as they can. There's 17 seconds left. Get that spike down. The shock dart will come out. I'll do a lot of damage. And the recon dart afterwards. Oh, it'll find out Ponct turning around the corner. Roden will find that first pick. There's only 2 players left on the Resident side, on the Finest side, sorry, but Resident is the first player who's going to peek. Now the flash. Oh, Resident finds one. The flash coming around. That's going to catch both players, and he takes one down. The Seekers finding where both players are. The spray down, not quite going to find a kill, and Hoppy will finish it out.
Oh, and Finest were actually preparing themselves for a coordinated attack there as well. You know, Foxy waiting with the guiding light, wanted Resident to act off the back of it, but Resident was taken down just about half a second before Foxy got the call to use it. So they didn't get to make that work, you know, they didn't get to execute on their plan. So obviously that doesn't help when you're looking to be putting rounds on the board. And I guess Finest are back to you know, playing eco. Meanwhile, on the side of BDS, you're fine. You're totally fine for money, you're fine for guns. Really haven't been struggling the last couple of rounds. Very close to your Hunter's Fury as well. BDS just look comfortable.
They're going to be buying a home in the Bahamas soon if they keep this up. Oh, a training ground in the Bahamas. That'd be cool. Well, like LAN event. Lovely. Well, finest. Oh, Resident won't be getting a home in the Bahamas. They don't give mortgages to people with holes in their heads. I don't think. But Rodent, he's actually been headshot through the wall. Actually, not through the wall. Sorry, it's just a long range shot, and it'll do 145 damage. Unfortunate. That's just how it works. Unlucky. Well, alive. He's heading back over towards A, but it's slowed down once again, Geo. The slow play from Finest.
A lot to get through here as well. Being pretty thorough as they enter into showers. Not giving away their location by picking up the orb either. So they're trying to leave it as long as possible. But where Takas is, I mean, he's got eyes directly on there. There's an alarm bot right in front of the doorway as well. He's going to even go for the wall bang.
Oh, Alive does dash onto site. This is where he makes his bread and butter. He'll take down one on Takas. Logan, though, with the spray down, he'll take down two, almost three, but Foxy is there with the trade. They actually have control of site just about. They can get the spike down. The shock dart from Rodent. Let's see if he can pick him up. Comes through. Oh, slightly off. It's going to bounce off there. Another one isn't going to find anything either now. Well, BDS have to retake, and Finest are in an okay position here. No, Ponkt is going to get taken out by Akuma. It's just Foxy left, 21 HP. Oh, one shot onto Rodent. That'll take him down. He was only on 5, but they turn around the corner. One shot! No, he turns around. Oh, Hoppy finishes it out for the 11th round.
Oh, that's so painful, isn't it? Especially after two really nice shots, you want to believe that the third one can be taken, but when you're lacking in information, you don't always know that there's another guy to follow up. And now Finest, they've got to have a serious think about what's going on. Now, naturally, I think part of the reason that they went for that eco in the last round was, of course, so that they could buy up this round, but when you're getting this close to match point, you kind of you've got to well time how you're doing the rounds. If you choose to buy up even just a round too soon, then you could screw yourself over for the actual important rounds themselves, that being match point. So, yeah, it's they've been having to play kind of precariously and juggle what they have. It's been a frugal time for them.
It has indeed. Yeah, definitely the changes have made everything a little more frugal in this. It's teaching kids how to manage their finances. It's nice. It's good. Well done, Riot. It's teaching kids lessons. Nicely done. Pro scene is quite young in Valorant, so
yeah, I don't think they're kids.
Well, yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, kids play the game as well.
Sure, but these guys are...
I mean, I don't think most adults need to be taught finances. Yeah, they are men. Men of the game, and they're going to push through like men. Take that position and stoically push through onto site here. Ponkt. Ooh. He's not going to get caught out by the drone. They don't check that location, so maybe they don't even know anybody's coming B. Out come the Seekers from Foxy. He's going to use them. Oh, there we go. It doesn't really give you much information because they all have to go through the site to make their way no matter where the players are. Oh, Ponkt is just going to take shots and leave it as it is. Akuma, he's holding an elbow. Out comes the Rolling Thunder, and that's going to hit all of the Finest players. And Akuma, he picks up the pieces, turning around the corner. One onto Resident. He's going to come onto site. Akuma with the second, almost with the third. Ponkt will finish it out, but that flash is massive, and Hoppy just sprays him down through the wall. There's two players left. One over towards elbow. One. Oh, Rodent. He's there with the trade. It's Alive left. No, shots. Oh, he finds a headshot. But Rodent, again, with the trade, he's reliable.
It's just so beautiful the way that BDS have been playing it. And it helps as well that they're managing their utility very well so that they can coordinate it all. But throughout the course of this game so far, it has been that level of coordination with what they have. They save up, they ensure that they have various pieces of utility, and everybody is set up and know exactly what they're going to do to act off of it. It's worked out very well for them so far, and now they find themselves on map point here in map number 1 of our best of 3. This was, of course, their map pick, so, you know, once we move over to Icebox, the story could be different, but for now, it's looking very good for BDS.
Is indeed, but Last time Alive pulled out the knives, it wasn't looking very good for them. So he comes through onto site. The Hunter's Fury from Roden is going to try and catch out the players. He hits one onto Resident. No, Alive doesn't land the shots. Logan will take him down without taking a single point of damage. He'll take down 10k as well. A spray onto Resident. It's Punked and Foxy to clean it up, but there's Akuma with the finishing kill. BDS take the first map 13-5.
Felt like it was over in a flash, especially compared to the Alliance Rix GG games that we just had in our previous series, Twiggy, because those were a lot more of a barn burner. Now we just get to have a look at the scoreboard. Honestly, actually, I was going to say Rodin's at the top here, but it really felt like a lot of these players on BDS were taking equal shares of the work. It never really felt like there was one person who was steaming off ahead, like we see in certain teams, and you know, in the way that we looked for someone like Alive, for example, on the side of Finest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see there's a two kill difference between Roden and Logan. You've got a 3 kill difference between Logan, Akuma, and Hoppy, and then just one from Takis. There's only a six kill difference between all of them, and they share the lion's share of the first kills there. Look, 3-4-2, 3-2. Everyone's got a lot of stuff, and it looks like they were really, they were sharing the load quite a lot. Very nice to see from them. The Finest side as well doing quite well in that regard, but in the end, BDS, they just seem to have more pushing power, and they were, I mean, we were talking about how they didn't seem like they were getting that pushing power like in the last few games, but this time, they definitely looked decisive.
Yeah, no, very much so. Whatever it was, whatever conversations they've been having between themselves after the games against Ascend yesterday have clearly come into full force, and they've really built off of that. And this lost feeling that we got from BDS yesterday did not seem to be here at all in Bind. Whether it's going to be there in Icebox is another side of the story. It is not one of BDS's favored maps. They don't like Icebox at all. So maybe in an environment that is less comfortable for them, that will be different, because that was the map that they really struggled against Ascend in. So I guess we'll have to see.
All right then, well, we'll see you after a quick break when we get this next map ready.